Hi everyone, today we are at PGA National in Palm Beach Gardens, a par 3 course that utilizes baskets for multiple holes. Hole 1, 218 feet, you have this little water carry. There's a Mando on the left that doesn't usually come into play, it's pretty far out there, and these low-hanging branches on the right. You can go forehand, backhand, either way is good. Hole 2, 373 feet, Mando on the right. Pretty wide open hole. Forehand, backhand is open, whatever you can get to carry that far. And as you come in, there are a few guardian trees. Hole 3, 296 feet. You have this tight little tunnel gap right off the tee. Once you get through there, it's pretty wide open. There is water far and left if you carry too far, and these trees on the right are a good aiming spot. Hole 4, 294 feet, another tight gap. There is a forehand line through the left of this tree, or you can go to the right. It's pretty open as long as you can throw a straight shot that just finishes with a little bit of hyzer. Basically want to aim at these two split trees on the right and then just come into the basket. Hole 5, 295 feet. You have this little low ceiling right off the tee and then a slight mound that you have to get over. There is a forehand line or a backhand hyzer line, and these rods to the right are out of bounds, so you don't want to carry too far. You got to come in just under these branches and get to the basket. Hole 6, 278 feet. These bushes in the middle do play as a hazard. A lot of discs get caught up in these trees and drop into this hazard area. So you want to come around them. You can go either forehand or backhand. Hole 7, 323 feet. The traditional play is to do a low hyzer line around the right of these trees. You do have these low-hanging branches on your right that will stop any hyzer that's coming in too high. You can also do a straight up the middle shot with a nice little hyzer flip. Water long. Hole 8, 266 feet. Definitely a forehand hole. You're going to need to get it up without challenging the ceiling and let it carry all the way to the right to this basket. There is water long and water left. Hole 9, 292 feet. Very tight gap off the tee. You have this fence to contend with and the tree on your left. And then you have to get through this gap. Once you're through the gap, you have a low ceiling to clear with this tree. Hole 10, 277 feet. Very straight shot. You want to throw your straightest mid-range. Avoid the shack on the right and just come in nice and soft on the green. Hole 11, 207 feet. You have this tight gap off the tee, a little bit of a low ceiling to carry throughout the hole. There is a good backstop of the fence of the baseball field, and you just want to get to these guardian trees and give yourself a look. Hole 12, 323 feet, very straight shot. You're going to want to throw a hyzer flip or a forehand flex shot just to keep it as straight as you can. Get through this tunnel, trees on both sides everywhere. Coming up to the basket, there is water long, so you don't want to give it too much gas. Hole 13, one of my favorite holes, 335 feet. You got water on the right. You can throw a big hyzer, but it's way more dangerous. You got this fairway that goes off to the left and then hooks back to the right. Throw a big and hyzer turnover. The bushes on the left still act as a hazard, so you'd want to just come in right to the basket. Hole 14, 265 feet. Very forehand friendly hole. You can throw a backhand, but there are way more trees to contend with. If you get a forehand out there, you just let it carry in and just hope you miss this last tree right here and get right to the basket. Hole 15, 274 feet. This one is a stock backhand hyzer. So you have this wide open gap to the right. You just want to get it up there, let it carry in, get past the bushes on the left, and get to the basket. Hole 16, 371 feet, one of the more challenging holes on the course. You got a awkward run up, a Mando on the left, and then you have to get through this entire gap without hitting any trees, and then have a disc that finishes hard left, because you're going to need a good skip to get around this corner and all the way over to the basket. Water long, so if your disc flips, you're in trouble. Hole 17, 455 feet, the longest hole on the course. Pretty wide open, right-hand hyzer, backhand hyzer gap. Aim it just right at the fountain. Get through all this fairway, get a nice skip at the end. You have this one last big guardian tree to beat, and then a low ceiling if you end up long. And hole 18, 314 feet, a very standard backhand hyzer shot. You can get it up in the air so that you get a little bit of carry to the left at the end of your flight. There is a Mando that you have to get around these trees to protect the pedestrians on the sidewalk, and then just come in right to the basket. And that's PGA National. Thanks for watching.